Welcome everybody to the channel. If you're new, you're welcome. Just been away for the weekend. As you can see, it's a typical British weekend, bank holiday weekend, pouring the rain. It stopped raining this morning for a couple of hours now, pouring down. Anyway, off back home, and after visiting family and friends, and sort of do one or two things and watch the Wolves play. Of course, my Wolves team. Don't forget about always Wolves with Dave. If you're a Wolves fan, don't forget about that. Great guy and a great channel. I've got a video to upload shortly of the match I went to, my day out and stuff, and meeting Dave and stuff. I will be going back to some more videos in the season, and go to a tour of the museum and stuff like that. But anyway, back to the BBC. Obviously, I'm going to get back and see what's happened, whether they've been knocking on my door, TV licensing. Whether they have or not, this makes no difference, because as I say, I've been away, in and out, whatever, and I'm not bothered whether they come or not. But of course, as I said, the channel is about BBC licensing. But I've got one or two other things I've got to talk about, obviously, on the channel recently, which I'm passionate about. That's what you do a YouTube channel for. That's why you do YouTube, obviously, for maybe more involvement with the Wolves channel, Wolves. And other things like, which I'll talk about, because trying to get to 2,000 subscribers, and one, of course, passion about, obviously, I've got is about vaping, the situation with vaping and smoking, really, because obviously it's a pathway to cancer. And recently, of course, I've not actually been diagnosed with cancer. I've had operation to remove what they call a tumour, wherever it is, and hopefully it's not going to cause any more problems. But like I say, we'll see. I've got may have some treatment. I don't know yet. It's a worrying time. That's why I went to the Wolves, had a weekend away, see family and friends, explain to people my situation, and I carry on. That's what you do. But I will be doing a campaign on trying to stop people from really vaping, because I saw a young girl the other day, which maybe 15, 16, something like that, maybe 18, I can't really remember, what age is, but she was sitting outside this cafe and smoking and vaping and stuff. And when you get to my age and you see young kids, we all do things by mistake, we do stupid things when we're kids and stuff, drinking too heavy and stuff, but when you get to my age and they think, and what I've been through with the situation with the tumour in my body, it's not nice to experience all that. And it can happen to anybody, whether you're rich or poor. Like Prince Charles has got cancer. Prince Charles. Not a great impression of Prince Charles, but me and him the same diagnosis, maybe, I don't know. But as I said, if I can do something to sort of stop people from doing that vaping, the vaping is actually worse. They said if you want to stop smoking, start vaping. Well, the industries just took off, and they're putting so many chemicals in that vaping. And I saw this girl, like I was about 18. She had a big canister, like a canister of toxin chemicals. The stuff they put in the vaporizer is chemicals, flavouring and stuff, but that's no good for you. Too much flavour in a smoke form. It's going onto your lungs and your chest. You're down to get lung cancer if you're constantly smoking it all the time. Even if you have a cigarette, you put a cigarette and leave it. But with these people, they're vaping all the time. They're constantly vaping, and it's like like having a mobile phone in your hand. They have a mobile phone. I'm looking about it, and they take a pre puff, and it's like that. They use it continuously in a day, and all right, you smoke 10 cigarettes a day, 20 cigarettes, or 50 cigarettes a day. You're increasing your likelihood of getting the cancer, because your body's just not made that way. And cancer is well known to feed off tobacco fumes and stuff like that, and the chemicals from the smoking And the vaping is 10 times bloody worse. What they put in now, and of course you're addicted to an addiction which is nicotine. I mean, I'm not trying to preach to people. It's your own life, but have a think about it. Why? If you let your body be taken over by something of substance, you're either on drugs, which is like smoking, is tobacco, is smoking with the nicotine. The vaping is, they're trying to say, well, the chemicals, are better than smoking. You still got nicotine in there. It's still the same thing. It's still going into your lungs. You've not got a chimney on our heads to get the smoke come out. It's going into your body. It's into your body, folks. And that chemicals, your chemicals go into your lungs. You get lung decay. It's well known that's why on all the cigarette packets, if I've got one here, I've got a cigarette packet here. Well, we've got that cigarette packet. I was going to show you the cigarette packet which I picked up. I don't buy these, but it tells you there, look. If you can get it, I don't know if it's the right way or whatever. It tells you here on the packet, it's going to kill you. So, I can't believe people smoking seriously harms your health and others and other people around you. That's why you got to go out the pub and outside to smoke. That's cigarettes. Now, the vaping, I haven't got any vapes here because I don't buy these stuff. But the vaping, I saw the girl, like I say, got a big canister. I just can't believe it. I really can't. And it's got out of control. And it needs people to come across this video and to say, look, try and think about it, what you're doing to yourself. Having chemicals, into your body, it's no good for you. No good for you, really. All right, you can probably have the odd cigarette, maybe or something like that. It's not going to do any harm, but it doesn't matter because one cigarette, you just don't know. It's your body, it's your immune system that it attacks, and once the cancer cells start spreading in your body and they grow and they feed off stuff, and of course that's the toxin you've got inside that feeds it. But I don't know with my situation whether it's been. I've not smoked for a good 30 years. I wasn't a heavy smoker in my day, but it doesn't matter whether you're a heavy smoker or light smoker. It's when it gets into your body, and it doesn't get detected for years unless you have a scans and stuff. Anyway, it's your lives, but I really trying to say, it's not good. Anyway, thanks again to all the new people who've subscribed to my channel. Sorry it's a bit of a downer with this particular video, but obviously I feel, something over the weekend, I've gone through over the weekend myself, and having problems, of course, and stuff like this myself, and it's something that you want to pass on. Say, look, if you can at your age, if you're 18, 20, 50, 40, whatever, just stop and get healthier and just stop smoking. The nicotine's the drug. That's the drug. Nicotine's the drug. It's a drug. And anyway, and alcohol, of course, as well. Alcohol. Anyway, folks, thanks again. Hope you can leave your comments below. No problem. Leave your comments below. Like I say, if it helps one person to stop vaping by watching this video, then I've done something worthwhile in my life. That one person has stopped smoking chemicals, basically. I mean, it's like, if you fart, you might as well light a fart. It's a chemical, comes out your body. When if you light something, like lighting farts, it's like, it's like a bit of a joke, but I mean, it's the same thing. Chemicals are coming out your body, and because your liver and your body gets rid of this harmful stuff, but this cancerous cells, once they get inside you, it's there and they just spread. Anyway, folks, leave your comments, see what you think, and if you can tell somebody else about this, they're just chemicals. It's just putting chemicals into your mouth. And it's a shame that kids, 18 or something like that, young people, are vaping, but they're vaping all bloody day. Anyway, folks, I will see you in the next one. Bye for now. Thanks a lot. Bye now. Bye.